Guys, I've always maintained that the opening couple of weeks of the season, no matter the sport, it's the only time that you and I have the advantage over the odds makers because they are no more equipped to have a handle and a grasp on the teams that are playing than, once again, you or I in the opening couple of weeks of the season. You're going to find softer numbers. Now, listen, the odds makers catch up fast, okay? They're pros because they know what they're doing, okay? You're going to see those numbers massaged, and they're going to be right on target, and they're going to be sharp once again in a couple of weeks. But in the opening couple of weeks, again, of any season, it's the time for you to strike. Look at the mismatches you already have, okay? Did anybody really know what Kevin Sumlin had up his sleeve to replace Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M? Otherwise, why would South Carolina be an 8.5 to 9-point favorite at home and absolutely get bushwhacked the other night? How about last night? You had Scott Delaney with another 100-dime winner last night. How easy was Western Kentucky, a 7.5-point road dog, winning by double digits in a blowout win, okay, over Bowling Green? How about the University of Houston? Yes, listen. Me included, because I used them last night, okay? Knew that the Cougars had a retooled offensive line, but this was a team that was playing at home, a team that had 17 returning starters, a team that was opening up its brand new home stadium. Their quarterback throws 3 interceptions. They have 6 turnovers. Hell, they only had 18 turnovers all of last season. They had 6 last night. You know, you can never hit the computer when you're doing the video, when the camera's built into the computer, because things like that happen, guys. I'm Italian. I got to stop using my hands so much. What can I tell you? But what happens? University of Texas San Antonio absolutely dominates them in that game last night, and they win going away, getting 7.5 points, 27-7. So again, you will find the mismatches. Look at Rutgers the other night, getting the points against Washington State, and they're on there, on the board, and available to make you money. Now, am I telling you to go ahead and look at those games with 25 to 35-point lines today? No. I mean, do you look at them in week number 7 of the season? Seriously? I don't even handicap games like that. Granted, it's the same 50-50 winning proposition. Somebody wins, somebody loses in terms of covering the spread as a game that had a 4.5-point number. But they're not games you bet on. You and I both know that. They're sucker plays. They're games for fans to watch, okay? Never forget this. When a team's getting 25 to 35 points, they're an underdog because generally they're a dog with fleas, okay? And they should not be scratched. Just stay away from those type of games. But again, always realize that in the opening couple of weeks, a time when a lot of gamblers like to actually sit back and wait to get an evaluation of teams is still really the only time you and I have the advantage over the odds makers. Let's talk about a couple of the hot handicappers. Hell, we're going to have to talk about more than a few handicappers that are red hot here. We'll talk about Scott Delaney. We'll talk about Brad Wilton. And my God, Jeff Benton won again yesterday. But first, listen, for those of you that have been with me over the past 3 years, you know what I'm about to say because it's Saturday. For those of you who are just coming on board today, get ready, guys, because I can do this really fast because I do it each and every Saturday. Listen, today, I'm going to give you a money-saving discount coupon code that could potentially save you hundreds of dollars off your total purchase price. And that coupon code today is 21%. That's 21, P-E-R-C-E-N-T, no space between the number and the word. 21%. You use that coupon code, and you will save 21% off your total purchase price. Now, this is a mix-and-match coupon, guys. This is good for any handicapper's selections and or packages in any combination. Anything that's available for sale here at the site, Handicappers Picks or Handicappers Long-Term Packages, except the one thing exception is pay after you win plays, and they're rare and they're few and far between. You save 21% off your total purchase price. The only stipulation is you've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time. So you can't come in and get that holy grail 100-dime play from Brian Rosica and then come back to the site 3 hours later and look for that latest 100-dime play for Scott Delaney. It's a one-time usage coupon, but the savings add up. And another way to apply this coupon, let's say that Jeff Benton, who's made you a bloody fortune over the past 5 weeks. 20 of those winners you've gotten at huge discount prices. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Let's say you have 10 days left on your package with Jeff Benton. You want to get another 30 days. Well, guys, you can use the coupon, get a 30-day package, take the discount, 21% off the total purchase, right? And if you have any instant rebates, they're applicable as well. And at the end of the day, you'll then have 40 days of service with Jeff Benton. Now, if you have any questions about how to use the coupons or any of the promotions here, you can always contact customer service online. That's what they are here for, okay? But I make this coupon available each and every Saturday, no matter the season, all year long for the last 3 years, because about 80 to 85% of you out there are involved with long-term packages with one or more handicappers. So this gives you a way to routinely maximize your savings, because remember my mantra, guys, you don't have to spend big money to make big money. Now, maybe that's not for you. You want to save $23 on a single purchase today? Use coupon code $23, 23DOLLARS. Or perhaps the play that you really want to take advantage of today is the better than half off special. Now, the past 2 days, you've gotten half price winners from Scott Delaney. They have been 109 releases, and he's won them both, and you've gotten both winners for half price. And I'll talk more about Delaney in just a second. But today, Brad Wilton, who has just been, I'll tell you, one of the greatest hires I have made here at this site. I hired him prior to the Super Bowl, a couple days prior to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And the guy has simply been phenomenal. I mean, since last July, a 14-month period, he's made $10 bettors over $16,000 on all sports. Normally, a 100-dime play is his top-rated release. Remember that 100-dime winner he had with the Seattle Seahawks in that little game against the Broncos back in February? Well, today he has a play even stronger. The 7th ever 150-dime college football release of his career. The biggest play of his career in college football. 150-dime play. It's a marquee attraction, guys. It's the biggest game on the board. Florida State and Oklahoma State tonight, 50% bigger than that 100-dime Super Bowl winner. Listen, he's only had 2 150-dime baseball releases, and they have both come in the past 2 weeks, and you've gotten them both as half-price play of the day selections. Well, today you save even more. You save $60 by using coupon code 60OFF. That's 60OFF. 60OFF. You save $60 off the purchase price of Brad Wilton's 7th ever 150-dime college play of his career. Scott Delaney gave you his 100-dime college kickoff opening game of the year winner with UL Monroe over Wake Forest on Thursday night. You got it for half price. Part number 2 was Western Kentucky last night, a 7.5-point road dog by a zillion points at Bowling Green. And you got both of them as half price plays. 100-dime plays, 66, 36 over the past 4 years in all sports combined. Today, 100-dime kickoff college game of the year winner, number 3 in a row, Montana and Wyoming, an obscure game. But listen, another one of my cliches. I've always said this, that often you have to concentrate the most where the odds makers concentrate the least. He obviously is on this rather obscure matchup, just like with Western Kentucky Bowling Green last night. Well, here's the deal, guys. You can save $75. The same play, 100-dime play that you got for half price the past 2 days, it's even cheaper today. You get it for $24 by using coupon code SCOTT24, SCOTT 24. And finally, Jeff Bennett won again. It's like a broken record. I mean, over the past 5 weeks, he's made $10 bettors a slew of money. They're up $21,500 since April. Over the past 5 weeks, you've gotten 20 winners from him at huge discounted prices. You got his 50-dime lock total of the year, part number 1 on Thursday night, Thursday night with Washington State Rutgers going over. You got that for $14. You got part number 2 last night with UNLV Arizona over for $14. Today, 50-dime winner number 14 out of 17. Winning day number 26 out of 32. His lock total of the year, part number 3, Northwestern Cal over under. You save $85. You get it for $14 by using coupon code JEFF14, JEFF14, JEFF, and the number 14. Okay, guys, let's get to your complimentary plays. I'll do these in reverse chronological order for you from time perspective. New Mexico is a 7.5-point favorite tonight at home against UTEP. Now, last year, they went to El Paso, and they won that game 42-35 in overtime. Listen, Bob Davie has really turned the Lobos around. Now, you look at his record the past 2 years, 7-18, okay? And you're going, oh, my God, how can you turn around a team that's 11 games under 500? Keep in mind that they had lost 33 out of 36 games before the former Notre Dame coach came out of the coaching booth and the TV booth and decided to take over this program and start a potent ground attack. Really, it's kind of funny. Most teams go to the spread offense to take advantage of a lack of physical talent. He went the opposite way. He turned back the clock and instead went to a power running game, okay? So, bottom line is this. UTEP is 4-20 straight up, 9-15 against the spread. That's their skids in road openers, okay? New Mexico's going in the right direction. Could this be a field goal 4-point game? It could, but I don't think so. I think New Mexico will celebrate today in Albuquerque and win this game somewhere between 10 and 13 points. So I like them in this particular contest. Charlie Strong makes his debut tonight in Austin for the Texas Longhorns. Listen, Is there any coach that's under more pressure than Charlie Strong this year? He wasn't the near unanimous choice. Listen, they wanted Nick Saban in the worst way down in UT, okay? So they got Charlie Strong from Louisville. He's going to find out that Louisville and Texas, there's a lot more than 1,500 miles between those two places, okay? But he has some talent. He's got the concussed quarterback, say that 3 times quickly, David Ashback. He's healthy. He's looked good in practices. He's got his 1-2 punch at running back with Jonathan Gray and Malcolm Brown. If those guys don't combine for over 1,800 yards today with a ground and pound attack, for the season, 1,800 plus yards, I don't know what could possibly go wrong. UNT has 1 starter back from its front 7 on defense. And their quarterback is a junior, Andrew McNulty. He's only attempted 6 career passes. So it's a huge number. But you're playing at home Saturday night in that monolith of a stadium that holds 100,000 plus, and you're making your debut. You better win this game by 35 points, Charlie. You better win this one by like 52-14. So I'm going to go with Texas in this one. Then an early game goes at 3:30 Eastern Time. Marshall. Everybody thinks Marshall is going to go undefeated this year, and they may very well be. They're taking on a Miami of Ohio team that was winless last year, and that's why Miami of Ohio has a brand new coach this year too, okay? 0-12 season a year ago. But Marshall was a 24-point favorite. Now, granted, they won 52-14 at home last year, but that was a game that was tied 14 at halftime, and then they just went crazy, scoring 5 touchdowns on their first 6 possessions of the second half to put that game away and make it a very deceptive final score. Marshall has lost 14 consecutive road openers. Of course, I don't think they were playing the Little Sisters of the Poor like Miami of Ohio most of those years, okay? The Herd had 14 starters back. They won 10 games a year ago. But here's the thing. At home, they were a dominant team, and they've got a great quarterback, too, in Cato, okay? But they averaged 19 points more per game at home than they did on the road last year. And subsequently, their average winning margin at home last year was 40 points a game. On the road, it was 4 points a game. And you're asking me to lay 24 with them today. Now listen, they could ring up 56 points today and win 56-20, okay? And easily cover this number. But first game out of the gates, on the road, where they didn't play that well last year, and the fact that under Doc Holliday, they're 1-8-1 against the spread as a road chalk, I got to grab the points with Miami of Ohio, sight unseen. So Miami of Ohio is your final free play to go along with New Mexico and the University of Texas. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again on Sunday.